This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. We've got a lot of questions here. Of course, every other week it's Ask Arn Anything. Let's do a couple of questions about this particular show, TLC 2015. And then we'll look forward to next week where it's back for another Ask Arn Anything. Nick wants to know, does Flair's association with Charlotte hurt or help her in the long run? I think we talked about that a little bit. But perhaps, you know, it was just too much of the good stuff. It's hard for me to automatically say it hurt her. It certainly had to help some, but I tend to agree with you. There were at times spots where it was too much. You think long-term it's going to hurt or help?
Well, I don't think it'll hurt her because she's moved on. I mean, when she stands up on that turnbuckle and does that moonsault out to the floor, you don't immediately go, well, that was okay. But remember that night that she did the nose bump in the ring? It's not going to long-term hurt her. She's too talented. She gets it. She's one of the girls that's just like a guy in her thought process. She thinks like a guy. You know, she wants to be physical. She doesn't mind getting whacked. She doesn't mind whacking you. She gets very physical in her matches, and she has all the qualities to have as long a career as any guy has had if she just stays healthy. And there's always that word, if. It's like anybody else, any talent on that roster. They're all going to have great careers if they were meant to be, if they stay healthy. And working in this environment with no audience and no adrenaline to protect you, a lot more injuries are going to happen, especially I don't see her doing that moonsault out to the floor in an empty building. That's all I'm saying. That's my advice to her. We're very close to her. She's very close to Aaron. And, you know, we wish her nothing but huge success, and I'm sure she's going to have it.
Aaron, by the way, is Mrs. Anderson.
Check.
Michael wants to know, well, actually, let's go to Francis's question. When did you know that Charlotte was starting to be a main event star? Not like when did she show that she had it in her, but when did you think, oh, she's our main eventer now?
You never really know, but I went down to NXT. We were sitting down there periodically, the producers, to review of what was going on down there. Getting pretty close to her starting date. I saw her have some matches down there, and I could tell then it was all coming together for her. So when she debuted, albeit the wrong thing to do, beating her on her debut was kind of stupid, wasn't it?
Oh, super stupid.
God damn. I mean, that's just one of those puppeteer things. We'll beat her because I can.
Yep.
You know, so much of that goes on, guys, but I'm not going to go crawl down that rabbit hole. It's, I just knew once I saw the polished product that was fixing to be brought up that she had everything in place. She was ready to go.
I am curious about, well, we'll talk about that another time because I do want to talk about that. We'll beat her just because we can. The question I was going to ask a moment ago, Michael, which stable does Arn feel like should have had a longer, more successful run? Nexus, the Wyatt family, or League of Nations, which we saw briefly here that Roman cleared out all at the same time?
God, I would think the Nexus. I just think they had an upside that was cut off way too quick. You had a chance to groom 7 guys at one time and have them all get better. And I just think it got cut off way too soon.
Jeremy wants to know who came up with the League of Nations stable. I really enjoyed it. A lot of great talent in it. I know you may not know exactly who came up with it, but what did you think of the League of Nations? We spend a lot of time talking about them today.
Oh, I thought it was fine. I also thought that it was one of those things that was just kind of thrown together because nothing else was written down for them at the time. You tie up a lot of single talent when it's going to be a short-term deal like that, and you have to start putting them together. And when this guy's in trouble, why don't they come down and help him on all those questions that they get asked? You know, it was never going to be something that was going to be pushed as a top faction, I don't think. I think they were going to be used well but not really pushed. So had a lot of good players in it. I'll put it to you that way.
Let's talk about the push, the almighty push. Then we'll wrap things up. Francis wants to know, why do you think swagger was not used in the upper mid card during this era?
I don't know. Somebody didn't like him somewhere because all you had to do was watch him work to figure out he had it. Somebody in the creative room, something was said that caught fire, and before you knew it, he was buried. I mean, who knows? I mean, look at the guy. What is he? 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah, big dude.
270 pounds, got a wingspan the width of a room.
Yeah.
Credentials out the ass as far as being legitimate. You can't find anything to do with a guy like that. That's on you. It's not on him.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.